What up, guys? Reality here, bringing you the next addition to Reality's Gun Guide. This time it's LMGs. The first two LMGs that we're going to be dealing with here are the MG and the MG, or not the MG, the M240. So these start off at a 30 base damage, which is 4 shots to kill. With a headshot, it's 42 damage, which leads 3 shots to kill. Stopping power, same thing, 3 shots to kill, 42 damage. And next is the headshot with stopping power, which is 58.8 damage, and that's 2 shots to kill. Now, things with LMG is that the damage does not drop over time. So basically, you can be firing from one end of the map to the other, and the bullet damage will not drop. It'll still stay out whatever it's supposed to be at, whether you have stopping power, or you're hitting headshots, or you know you're just firing the gun regularly. However, with a silencer, and that's the next one, brings it down to lower damage, which it drops from 30 to 20 on these two LMGs, which means it's 5 shots to kill no matter what distance. Is that good? That's bad. You definitely, with these two, you don't want to use a silencer, you know, unless you're trying to unlock the heartbeat sensor, but I would definitely use something other than the silencer, because 5 shots to kill without stopping power is ridiculous, and then even with stopping power or headshots, it's still 4 shots to kill, so that's still way too much. And then next we have the headshots with stopping power, and that's 3 shots to kill at 39.2 damage. Still not the best. What I would do is I would definitely use something other than silencer, maybe a grip or FMJ or extended max. But these guns do have a higher recoil, so I would say you want to go with at least a grip on them. If you're using bling, you could do that, but you know, these two are kind of the outclassed LMGs. The other three, which are shown now, these are a lot better to use, and these are more versatile. And what that means is we have the L86, the RPD, and the HBAR. The HBAR probably being my favorite out of the three, then the RPD, then the L86. Actually, you know what? I would say the L86 is better than the RPD in my opinion, just because it's a higher fire rate, but you need a grip with that one. Now, what each three of these LMGs have is they have a base damage of 40, which is 3 shots to kill at any distance. Headshots with stopping power bring it up to 2 shots to kill, being 56 damage. Headshots with stopping power still 2 shots to kill, 78.4 damage. What this means is basically, if you're using stopping power, don't even try for headshots, because it's just not gonna help you, because the damage doesn't decrease. So you know if you have stopping power, it's 56 damage no matter what. So just shoot the body. It doesn't even matter, you know, at that point. You know, and the body has a wider target, and with these guns, with the recoil, with the exception of the HBAR, because the HBAR has very little recoil, you know, you don't have to worry about it too much. Next, the silencer brings it down to 30 damage. Now, this isn't bad because it's 4 shots to kill, and you have a silenced gun, a silenced LMG, I should say. And with an LMG with a silencer is very deadly, especially any of these three. So, you know, that's pretty decent. And also, when you bring it up either with headshots or stopping power, it would be, you know, 3 shots, like a normal base damage would be, you know, and that's pretty decent, because you don't, you know, you have a silenced weapon, and you're killing people in 3 shots. And if you get headshots with stopping power, it's 58.8 damage. Now, with these 3 assault rifles, or LMGs, I'm sorry, you can use either stopping power, or sometimes I like to incorporate a hardline or cold-blooded, because these guns don't normally need stopping power. If you use the base without a silencer, it's 3 shots to kill, and that's pretty decent, being that they're, you know, the high fire rate on most of these. The L86, I would say definitely you can switch out stopping power without a problem, and you won't see a significant difference. The RPD and the HBAR, it's going to be a little bit more of a difference because of their low fire rate compared to the L86, but their accuracy is better, and, you know, it depends on your preference. You've seen a lot of games with the L86 on my channel lately. It's because I've been unlocking attachments, but, you know, it is definitely one of the more powerful LMGs out there. So, the conclusion with the MG and the M240, do not use a silencer unless you're trying to unlock the heartbeat sensor. Use something more useful. And use stopping power, definitely, because 4 shots to kill somebody without stopping power is ridiculous, and most of the time you're going to wind up getting outclassed. With the next 3, with these, definitely use a grip with the L86. With the RPD or the HBAR, you can change it up depending on what kind you want. Um, with the HBAR, I could even recommend using the ACOG because you get that sight advantage, and the gun's pretty damn accurate without the grip. And you can also switch the red perk with any of these three for anything that you want. Um, and you can even use a silencer. I would suggest if you're using a silencer, run bling. Use either the grip or something else, to give you a slight advantage, because the silencer is definitely going to help you being secretive, but you're sacrificing that first perk for bling. But I wouldn't just use it with only a silencer. So um, and with the LMGs, a lot of people, they don't really know what the role of the LMG is. It's really a supportive gun, and try and keep your distances with these guns, because up close, unless you're using like the L86, the fire rate up close is pretty high, and it's not that accurate. So the bullets are all over the place. It's hard to spray really up close. You really need to be your aim really needs to be in like pinpoint with it in order to make it effective. So definitely stay out of far, and use a good secondary. And that's the end of Reality's gun guide for LMGs. Next are going to be shotguns. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Rate and comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to me if you haven't, because there's more gun guides to come out. Later, guys.